Man, I never heard of that fool.
Good evening, Pittsburgh sports fans, and welcome to the Pittsburgh Sports Desk. Joining me is my co-hosts Edward and Trace. What's going on tonight, gentlemen?
How are you, Trace? How are you, Bill?
I'm doing
Hi, Bill.
well.
Hi, Ed.
What's up?
How's it going tonight, guys?
It's going well, sir.
Yeah, not bad, huh? It's not bad weather. I like it. Berg is not too bad to live in right now. Got to cut grass everywhere today. That was fun.
So. All right, so got some stuff to talk about tonight. Obviously, we're talk Steelers training camp as they're moving right along. Hey, it's game week too, guys.
Sir.
First real taste of a full preseason slate in the NFL. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to talk about. I know tonight we want to the last position that we're going to talk on the offense before we move over to the defense is quarterbacks. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Unfortunate about Will Howard. I would have liked to see him get some reps in preseason, but I don't know. We'll see.
Bill, how they say how that happened? Was it did he hit a
No.
helmet or something?
No, I'll get into that. I had our buddy Ray, who we got to have back on the show real soon, was talking about it. They said they didn't see anything, so they don't know. Maybe it was a snap. I mean, center to quarterback. I've never heard of a center breaking a quarterback's hand, but could have happened on
Fingers,
that.
yes. Hand now.
Yeah,
Steve the
right.
Bird.
Fingers, of course. Yeah, but yeah, and then we'll talk a little NFL news. We're going to get into the Pirates, and the trade deadline is coming past. Guys, I thought they should have traded. I want to get into that. They continue to struggle. Obviously, today they lost. Giants come back. I was there working that game and just couldn't believe it. So, but we'll get into that. Also want to talk about Mario Lemieux's bid to buy the Penguins back, and it fell short. So a lot to talk about there. Felt very short. So pretty shocking. So also want to get into Pitt football. We're in Pitt football camp. Some news and notes to cover on that, but let's get right at it. So obviously the big thing in the camp right now is rookie quarterback Will Howard suffering that broken bone in his throwing hand. Expected to miss at least 3 weeks. That's in the entire season, as we know. It's going to go ahead and elevate Skylar Thompson's role. Kind of gives him that opportunity to solidify his spot as the Steelers' third quarterback. What do you think? Skylar Thompson, this is his chance right now. This is kind of like a golden opportunity served up on a silver platter for him.
Well, he's already started in a playoff game. He's not half bad. I mean, that's the reason they got him as a backup. So I think that he's going to have much success. I mean, he played in a playoff game, and they really almost won that game against Buffalo when they took the team up there in that first-round game. So I think he's going to maybe show a little bit more because he's played in the NFL longer. I think it's going to be interesting to see whether or not that adjusts the actual depth chart or the positioning of how many quarterbacks they keep. I don't think that would. But what do you think?
Well, what do you guys think? Do you think they're maybe going to sign somebody just for the next 3 weeks? I mean, you think they're going to maybe bring somebody in?
I don't know. They might for just camp, but that might be just somebody as an arm to just throw out there and throw some to get some reps in. That's all. I don't think it'd be anybody solid. Like I really like the depth they have right now.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I really wanted to see Will Howard in preseason and just see what. And I mean, we know the preseason's kind of meaningless, but for a rookie quarterback like that, I don't know to get the snaps and to see kind of what you got. He looked good, up until his injury. He looked pretty good in camp, from what everybody was saying. Fit in pretty well. Was running the offense pretty well. But it's just unfortunate. I was listening on the way into the game today. I was listening to the fan, and they had our buddy Ray, which we got to get back on the show here. We're probably in the next couple weeks. We'll be getting him back on. But they were asking, there was, obviously tons of reporters there, and nobody caught what exactly happened. Even the Steelers, coaches and trainer, nobody caught it. Nobody knows how he did it. They were talking maybe it was center to quarterback, the snap. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that you would break a hand. I mean, I could see a finger, Ed, as you alluded to, before we went on air, but not a freaking hand. I mean, it's kind of puzzling as to how he actually did it. Nobody seems to know. He probably knows, right? I'm sure he knows. If you ask him, he probably could tell you how he did it.
Yeah. See, what happened was,
I think maybe he doesn't, Bill. Maybe he just took a bunch of snaps and it got a little bit tighter, got a little worse, and then maybe he doesn't really know.
Right.
A lot of those little bones in that hand. I mean, just repetitively getting smacked in the same spot. And remember, you're not allowed to deflate the balls anymore. Tom Brady did away with that, so now they're super hard. So maybe they're getting hit with a rock.
You know why they're super
it's
hard?
Like a catcher trying to catch a fastball, right?
That's the way Aaron Rodgers likes them. He likes them overinflated. So you're right. I think could be repetitive stress.
Yeah.
I think Trace has the proverbial nail. He's hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Speaking of Rodgers, he's settling in. They interviewed him. He gets interviewed practically every day. But I mean, he said, he's relishing in his new role, is how he said it. He said this has been his first. I know we talked about this last week. This is his first full contact camp practice in over a decade. So he said he likes the physicality of training camp. He said it kind of gets him ready better than what he has been in the last decade. He said, he's taking hits in training camp. Now, I guarantee he's not taking, hard hits, but he's saying, he hasn't really had any contact in training camp in over a decade. So this is kind of a new thing for him. So
it's people go.
I think, he's been building chemistry. I mean, he's building chemistry. I think with Arthur Smith, hopefully, his wideouts, especially DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin, Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson's still not having a good camp. I know a lot of people have been saying things about him, and Aaron Rodgers today kind of came to his defense and said, he's asking me questions. We're getting on the same page. He's trying to pick my brain and so I don't know. Doesn't sound good. I mean, last week we talked about forget who it was, but they were at camp and they said the one thing you noticed about Roman Wilson is you didn't notice him, so
correct.
I don't know. What about this depth chart, guys? They officially released it. It's obviously not a finished product, but it's kind of a rubric or a rough draft, I would say, at this particular point in time. Did you have any? Did you guys surprised by anything?
I was not.
No. No.
I mean, they could have done some other things, but whether or not they're going to do them, who knows? I mean, Rodgers is saying all the right things right now.
Yes.
But I want to see the first time that he gets an Ole or a turnstile block from 77, and then
lookout. It's a lookout block.
And then Calvin Austin or Roman Wilson runs the wrong route. Let's see how kind he is. Because his history does not lend to that.
Agreed.
What he says to Broderick, because my man looks very bad. I mean, they got injuries piling up right now too. I mean,
they do. Yeah, I mean, there are some
lost
injuries.
another one to an ACL, backup defensive lineman.
Yeah,
to a torn ACL.
Which one was that? I didn't see that one.
Dean Lowry.
Yeah, I did see that. That was just today too.
Yeah,
it's not Michael Lowry, is it? Like Mike Lowry?
Mike Lowry. It's not.
Sorry.
And he's older too, so kind of a journeyman. But that was he likely to make the team? Don't know.
Right. One thing that surprised me, well, not really surprised me. Caleb Johnson, he's listed at number 3. You got Jalen Warren at number 1, Kenneth Gainwell at number 2.
I think it's appropriate, Bill.
I think it is too. However, they're saying he's showing some splashes here in training camp, and he could be. They say he could push for playing time.
It all comes down to one thing and one thing only: can he produce in pass pro? No, nobody's doubting his running ability.
Well, and that's been the issue with him. He said he even said it.
Holding on to that ball, Eddie.
Yep.
Yeah. He even said it himself that that's one thing he needs to work on is pass protection. So
very true, Bill.
And then you have Jonnu Smith who had to come out of practice with knee soreness.
Yeah.
It's once that bug
fired. I didn't realize Jonnu Smith was like that. He's been in a couple scuffles, getting into linebackers, trying to mix it up a little bit.
Well, there was a fight today. I know that much, and they said Fatano was throwing some punches. So apparently, I don't know the details. Apparently, somebody got clotheslined, and that's kind of what started it. So, but defense continues to impress, guys. I mean, they've been dominant.
That's usually the case. Correct.
But I mean,
I'm not disagreeing with you, Eddie. But in the years past, the offense has been bad. The defense has not been that good either. And all of a sudden, with these additions they have on defense, like our first-round draft pick in Harmon, I think it's going to be a huge player there. The other defensive backs they picked up and whatnot, I think the defense took like one half step, maybe a full step forward from where they were last year. But I think the offense is just the same.
He didn't practice today, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Slow your roll there, buddy. Slow your roll in that defense. It's old, it's aged, and Highsmith is hurt as well. So I think
that's okay.
You know what?
There's three backups. Like Leal is the third guy. I'm happy about that.
That's concerning Highsmith. He struggled with that injury last year.
His groin.
That's concerning about that.
When is he going to have the surgery? Might as well have it now.
Yeah,
it's good. It's one of those soft tissue that we all know. No more yanking my wanky. The donger needs food. That thing's going to stay with him for.
Yeah.
What's the recovery time on that, Eddie?
4 to 6 weeks on a strain.
Yeah. Well, and that's a nagging injury, and that's plagued him last year, and that's some concern right there that I have is Highsmith.
It is, because then that throws everybody off.
Right. So
especially setting that edge. I think everybody else can cover down on him. I don't know about Sawyer yet for pass rush, but setting the edge, that's what Highsmith is really good at. He's hard to run against over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's we'll see what happens there. I mean, it's but I mean that's normal. I mean, hey, there's a lot of people, a lot of banged up guys throughout the NFL too. I mean, it's just not the Steelers dealing with injury issues. There's a lot of teams that are dealing with it as well. So
sure, but, you want to get all those out,
Right. So. All right, they got the Jacksonville Jaguars Saturday night. What are you guys looking for in this game? Who's one guy you're going to have your eye on? I mean, assuming that most of the starters aren't going to play, who's somebody that
I thought the starters were going to play a little bit.
Well, some of them are. I don't know that all of them are.
Rodgers says he really wants to play. So does he get his choice, or what happens?
I don't think he's playing.
Listen, Jones is who I want to see. I want to see him live up against another team and see what he can do.
Really?
I agree, Trace. Yeah. Are you sure? Be careful what you wish.
I'm not sure. After what we watched together in camp, I'm not sure.
He's lost too much weight. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's lost way too much weight. I don't think that he has the strength and the power. I mean, they were saying about that. They said when he was standing next to Washington, and they said that Jones looked like the tight end and Washington looked like the tackle. Like it's just I don't know. And I know he made the comment that he lost all this weight, because he wanted to be lighter on his feet. And also he said that he wanted to be able to eat more during the season and kind of make up for it. But I don't know. I mean, I think that could have maybe been detrimental to him in you know, losing all that weight at that position might have been, you know, negative impact. I mean, my God, he looks like he's 285 for crying out loud.
I think the biggest thing that he lost, and the most important thing, is that he's lost all of his confidence, clearly. I mean, you could tell in his body language when he missed that block, he was just completely demoralized.
Right. So he guessed. Would you not agree? He guessed, went left, and then he was just waiting for the defender to run into him. And the defender took one step, which was Highsmith, and just took the inside dip, right? And just ran around him.
Excuse me, Trace, the play was a run called to the right. Why are you guessing?
Right.
There's no guessing.
Yeah. I don't know why he's even pass setting in that.
Exactly. He was in the wrong position. You're exactly right. Before the snap even happened.
Right.
You know, maybe they told him.
Maybe you're right. Maybe the confidence is bad. Maybe it's just a mental breakdown, or I don't know. I do think that he needs to work on his technique, though, his footwork and his hand punch. And then other than that, he needs to sink his hips just a little bit more.
You know, Billy's point. This is year 3, man. When do you throw the towel in?
Yeah.
I mean, Billy called it already.
They ain't going to sign him again, I could say, for that extension. When's the extension year? Is it 4 or 5?
So they'll have to decide at this offseason whether or not they pick up his 5th-year option.
I don't think you do right now.
No, there's no reason to do it because he's done nothing in the NFL. Which just goes to yet another first-round bust. You know, they haven't hit on these picks in a long time.
Well, it's concerning. It really is. I mean, it's concerning that.
It's a great point, Billy.
Well, my thing is, you know, they say, "Oh, that's his natural position." Why is he behind the learning curve on it? And I keep going back to he played in the freaking SEC for crying out loud.
Yeah,
we're not talking about the
I don't
Mountain
think that means what you think it means. You guys keep using that word.
Yeah.
I do not think it means what you think it means.
Or he's just naturally bad. You know?
Yeah,
I think he relied on his size at the SEC. He
didn't play in the MAC, okay? He didn't play in the MAC.
Yeah.
He didn't play in the MAC. He played in the SEC, where that's about as close to professional competition as you're going to get in the college football. And I just don't understand. You would think that the comfort level would be there, going back to your natural position. Finally, you know, an amazing, you know, enormous weights lifted off your chest, your shoulders. I'm back in my natural position. I'm back playing where I am accustomed to playing, where I'm comfortable playing. And it's just he's fallen flat on his face.
I really think it goes back to Trace's point, is that the fact that, you know, that's why those players are so hard to evaluate. There's so much talent around them that they can hide. Say you got 5 studs on offense, they can hide 6 that are average, right?
Right.
You know, and that's why it's such a difficult league to evaluate talent. And Tracy's right. The guy has size, and he just played bully ball.
He has all the intangibles, but
right.
he's not able to put it together. Not able to put it together. Gentlemen, love the show. Fire Tomlin.
Fritzy.
Yeah.
Fritzy baby. But I think Trace is again. He's killing that nail because the kid just played bully ball in college. He was stronger than everybody. He was, you know, and he didn't have to work on his technique.
They weren't as fast, too.
Right. Maybe that one punch took him out. That first initial punch took him out, took him off the thing. And, you know, he didn't give up a sack. That's probably why, because, you know, he just relied on that initial punch, and that was it.
Well, you know, I equate it to, you know, quarterbacks even. I equate it to whenever you're at Alabama, you know, during the Nick Saban days towards the end of the career, you know, you're a quarterback that hasn't faced a lot of adversity. You've got the best skill players in the country surrounded by you that make it easier on you.
Right.
And you come to the NFL where the competition is more balanced, right? A little bit more balanced, right? Everybody's good, but it's more balanced.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, the best quarterbacks, you know, that a lot of times that you see are the guys that come out of nowhere that are the leaders of their team, and they're the ones. It's what they're doing is why they're winning and doing the things that they're doing. And I, you know, not to kind of get off on a tangent or off subject, but I kind of equate it to Well, no, it is similar. It is similar
Right.
when you think about
You're
it.
right.
It's like Ed said, you're on a team you're surrounded by guys, and it's easy to mask your inefficiencies. It's a lot easier to than so.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. And the best point you have is the quarterback position. It's the best roster money can buy, and there are no tight window throws whatsoever, and it's been proven over and over again.
Right. Yeah.
So,
well, we're going to see what happens. Let's get into quarterbacks here. I know, obviously Aaron's your starter. Backup's going to be Mason. Will Howard, like I said, that 6th round pick. Unfortunate about this hand injury. Would have liked to see him, get in there and showcase what he's got. But now you got your 4th guy, Skylar Thompson, elevated to number 3. And
Yep.
let's break it down here. Obviously, Rodgers, he's going to be leading this team. I honestly, guys, it's my biggest concern isn't really him. My biggest concern is the line playing in front of him. I think it's very
Billy. That's one thing. When the
not
second
good.
part of that to look for is, I think the timing of the pass. Remember when Ben got hurt and came back and it was like 2 seconds the ball was out? I think that's what they're going to try to do to mitigate it.
Well, they're going to have to do something because it's just not. I don't know. It's a very fragile situation that they have at offensive line, and okay, he's a 4-time MVP. Got it. There's a lot of questions about how much he got left in the tank. I got that as well. He's 41 years old, going to be 42 in December. Got that. He says he's settling in. Everything points that he's settling in. He's building chemistry with his receivers. Albeit not a real strong receiving core. Add that to the list of problems as well. And like I said, you've got a very fragile situation at line. I don't know.
So if they can't run the football, that's going to be another telling sign too, because it's going to be 1001, 1002 ball to throw it. And if they can't run it, they're not going to be able to do too much with that.
Well,
3rd downs are going to be hard to come by then.
I can already see where this is going.
If they're turning the offense into back foot, 3-5, 7-foot drop. Once the back foot hits, throw the ball. That just makes him look even more foolish by signing DK. He's a deep threat. If you're not able to use him as a deep threat,
baller.
Right? But if you're not able to do that, you look even more, inept.
Well, I think they're going to throw it, Eddie. I do think they'll throw that, but they're going to have the right type of play.
Well, they're also going to have to keep in darn near everybody, right? Going to go with a 3.
Almost, and you'll have to have single coverage.
Right. So you have the 30. You have a 30 package in it, 3 tight ends or 31, whatever they want to call it, or 40. And now you're max protect, and you're hoping if you're in a max protect and you're the Steelers, I'm throwing 4 people toward DK because nobody else can catch.
Right.
And I just think the team they didn't think about it when they built the team.
Well, and I can already see where this is going with this offense. They're going to be running the ball to set up the pass instead of passing the ball to set up the run. That's exactly what's going to happen. And I don't know. This day and age, I don't know if you can do that and be successful.
You can't. And that begs the question: when do you want to try out another quarterback? You know what Mason is. You know what Skylar is. When do you put in a Howard to see if he is anything? And that again defeats the purpose of bringing Aaron Rodgers in.
Right. Exactly. Let's talk about Mason Rudolph for a second. This is obviously his second stint as a Steelers. With the Steelers, 2023 led the team to a playoff berth. Played for the Titans last year. That team was bad. I don't know.
They were bad.
I want to give him a free pass on that one. I think that's
they were bad. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, and I think he's a capable backup, and I think that if God forbid something happens to Rodgers, which given the landscape of this offensive line, guys, it's a very fragile situation. Okay, I'm being a realist in saying that it's a very fragile situation. He could be the potential starter, and I don't see an issue with that. I
So you have
think
no
he's a
faith
very
in
capable
Rudolph
backup.
then, if he comes in the lead at all. That's what you're
not what I
saying?
said. That's not what I said at all. How did you
Talk to us,
what I
Steve.
did? How did
So if when
no? I
Rodgers
said
goes
I
down,
said you're not listening. I said he's a capable backup and a potential starter if needed. I said I'm.
if needed, though. But what I'm saying is, so 10 wins,
I don't know
you
where you
think
got.
he'll hit that? I think I was pretty on him at the time. What was that? At the time they signed him. And then I didn't understand why they brought Rodgers in, but I really think Rodgers isn't going to make the season just because of his age. And I don't know how Mason's going to do. I'm still up in the air myself. Sorry. As you were talking, I was hearing my own self.
No, I mean I think he's a capable backup. That's what I said. I don't remember saying anything other than that. I don't remember saying anything negative. I don't. Let's rewind the tape. I don't know. Did
I wouldn't say
something
negative. That's not what I was alluding to. I was just alluding to your confidence for him to make the playoffs is basically what I was getting at. It came out wrong.
Unless they get one of the top 4 seeds, they don't really go anywhere. I mean,
I agree.
Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City, they're just too far loaded. They just are. And they haven't beat those
I don't
teams.
think even if the defense matches up to what they have, they're going to be able to stop all that firepower for that many games.
Yeah, and this is given a Kansas City team. We talked about it last week on Gridiron Weekly. This is a Kansas City team that I think is going to take a step back this year and not be.
I'm not disagreeing there,
but still, I think that they're not going to be able to hang with Kansas City, even in saying that, and that's
even in a diminished state. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you only because I think that division got a lot better, and those two teams got a lot better.
Well, absolutely, especially the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens definitely got a lot better. I don't know, Cincinnati. It's kind of like there's too much going on there. There's too much negativity. Hawkinson's. He's a hold-in. There's a lot of things going on there, and I think Zach Taylor is not a very good coach, and I think Joe Burrow, God bless his heart, I think he's a great quarterback, but I just think that he's on a team. They haven't improved the defense. I mean, they're destined to do what they did last year, put up a ton of points, ton of stats offensively, and just give up 35 points a game.
So, Billy, their first round pick is signed in camp. Hendrickson isn't in camp and playing, so they got all those people back. They got a second round linebacker who's really good, who's finally in camp. They have everything in place, and they just signed Noah Fant at tight end to go along with Gesicki.
Yeah, I saw that.
They've improved everywhere, even on the defense. Mm-hmm. That defensive line, they have 2 edge rushers now. They got both. They got their veteran edge rusher back, and they got their rookie edge rusher, who basically looks exactly like Myles Garrett when they take their shirts off. So, and he produces. He was a huge producer at A&M. So I would not sleep on them at all, and I would not sleep on the Cleveland defense. Sleep by one on the Cleveland offense because they've got 6 quarterbacks now, but or I think 5. 1, 2, 3. They got 5.
Yeah, they signed Huntley.
They had to because they have so many people who are injured. It's the same thing the Steelers probably should do, right?
Yeah.
So they have all that. I mean, and then I think Kansas City takes a step back only because the Chargers got better, and so did the Broncos. Broncos going to be really tough.
Yes, we said that. I said that. That was my. I was very high. I'm very high on the Broncos this year. Very high on them.
So you think that I can't remember the quarterback's name? You think he takes a step forward?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. You think he takes a step forward and doesn't have the hangover?
No doubt about it. He took a step forward last year. No doubt about it.
You saw it, right? The first game he struggled, and then he got way better.
He's a real deal. No, let's talk about Cleveland real quick. Their quarterback situation. You let's just segue into it. We weren't really going to talk about it, but let's talk about it. Does Joe Flacco? Is he going to be? At what point are they going to make a quarterback change? Is he gonna start even week 1? I think it's up in the air right now. I don't know.
Well, the only healthy one they have on the roster right now is Shador, and then Huntley's there, but he's got to get. Even though he's been in the offense 1 year, he still has to get back up to play speed and back up to call speed. So right now, Shador's the only quarterback healthy.
Yeah,
so
he's going to start. he's going to start Friday night as well. So that they're going to get a firsthand look at him.
Yes, sir.
Big
I don't
Des.
know. I mean, it's crazy.
On tape.
They've got 6 quarterbacks. They've got it's just insane. You've got Joe Flacco, you've got Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, Deshaun Watson. They're still paying him, and now you signed Tyler Huntley. So,
Who's the biggest hands in that group?
Here's another thing I want to pose to you. I could see Kenny Pickett getting traded. I could see him getting traded again. I could see, or before the season, I could see him going I could see him going as a backup to Detroit or something like that. I could see him getting traded. You saw what happened in the Hall of Fame game last week with that Lions quarterback. God, what was his name? He's on the Steelers.
Allen.
Yeah, Jared Allen. Is it Jared Allen?
It's not Jared.
No, it's not Jared. That's the Hall of Famer. No. Who is it? What's his first name? I forget his first name.
Derek or something. I don't know. It's not important. We know who he is.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, could you see that maybe?
Well, they didn't really play Hendon Hooker that much. I thought they would have played him more.
Yeah,
the guy they got out of Tennessee via Virginia Tech. I thought he'd get more playing time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Kenny Pickett might be traded again. So
it's a quarterback star.
Anywhere else other than Detroit? You think he might land?
What are New Orleans? What are they doing in New Orleans?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
There's so many quarterback star. It's a quarterback starved league. He's going to be a backup the rest. He'll play for 10, 12, 14 years. Just because it's a quarterback starved league. They're all going to play forever and ever. I mean, look at the guy, Josh Johnson. I think he's with Washington now. He's been on 16 teams or something like that, the most ever. And he was in Baltimore when they were in the playoffs. He was with he was at San Francisco when Purdy got hurt. He came in and got hurt. I mean, he's been in everywhere. Yeah. So they're just going to keep playing forever and ever. That's why you want to be a quarterback, kids.
But circling back to the Steelers situation, with the quarterbacks, I'm very concerned about this offensive line. Very concerned. I just think it's not good. They're not good at all. I think it's probably. I mean, it's bad. I think it's one of the more challenging situations that they've been in recent years when it comes to the line.
Now, if they get a solid player at left tackle, I think your opinion there changes because I think right up the middle they're pretty solid right now.
That's another thing. They could, if Jones doesn't pan out, go out and sign somebody. Go out and sign a left tackle. I mean, I just think that's what you're going to have to do.
What they're going to have to do is going to have to really rely on their scouting team right now. Go and find those rosters where they have excess at a position or somebody who's too expensive. Because you have Calvin Anderson, who's also hurt right now, and then you have Stephen Jones, not Jerry Jones' son, but Stephen Jones, who's out of order. He's a first-year player. So it's going to be, and he's by positional, he's not even a tackle, he's a guard. So they have some issues on that O-line, and if I had my scouting staff, I'd be looking at every backup, every starter, somebody who's didn't make the plays they needed to make in preseason, and they went with a cheaper player because they're going to release big name left tackles. Every year it happens.
Yeah,
every position releases big names, so they have to be prepared to do that because I'm leaning towards Billy's evaluation. That this is year 3. And I can't imagine him doing anything this year that's going to earn him that 5th-year option.
Hey, you know what? Even if I'm going to say this, even if he was having a good camp right now, I'd still be skeptical because it's not live. Buddy. It's not live game, and the fact that he looks struggling mightily in the beginning of camp when they were just in helmets and shorts. Not good at all. I mean, this is just it's. I think he's a bust. I think it's pretty much. You can stamp it. He's going to be a bust, I think, and it's unfortunate because I thought there was a lot of promise there, but I don't know, man.
And it's just another stain on the front office. Right.
There was also a little bit of talk about they were doing those tire drills, and they said about how or no, it was the ladder drill. I'm sorry, they were doing the ladder drill, and they were saying how Rodgers looked a little slow. Listen, I tell you what, I saw him. I've seen some footage of him in the play action. I've seen him roll out a little bit. He looks like he's okay. He looks like he still has some mobility, no doubt about it. So I mean, it's not 28-year-old Aaron Rodgers mobility, but I think it suffices.
Oh, no doubt. Did somebody question that? Did you read that somewhere?
It was just somebody. I heard it today that they said he looked like he. Listen, you know what? Do you think he's really, really on a ladder? You think that they're, he's really
giving it his all?
Right. I mean, come on. There's more important things. I mean,
Yeah, totally agree with you.
He's probably thinking last year when freaking Russell Wilson hit a freaking sled and messed up his hamstring, that maybe, hey, you know what? let's take it easy here a little bit.
Well, it's also the fact that he's been in the NFL for 20 years.
Right.
Are you really looking for his footwork in the ladder drill? No. You're just hoping he makes it through intact.
Right.
Which he did. I hate people that do that. They take one snippet and they get, and
I agree with you, Ed. What I don't like, and I listen to Steelers Nation Radio every day, and I like the fact that they break everything down in practice. They tell you what happened in goal line. They tell you 7-on-7. They break everything down. They give you it's basically like play by play while they're out there.
Right.
But what I also with the flip side, what I don't like is how they kind of make a big deal about every little detail. Like they blow it out of proportion. They do it for one reason and one reason and only
publicity.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. Publicity, and they're trying to keep you, I don't know, engaged and enticed.
Right. Yep.
And I just don't know. A lot of that stuff you can take with a grain of salt, basically.
So I was asked a question at work today by Reverend Staff Sergeant William Jones. He wanted to know if the two co-hosts of the Pittsburgh Sports Desk have in any way amended their win total at this point for the Steelers for the upcoming season.
What did I say? I don't even remember what I said.
You guys, before they signed Rodgers, you guys were at like 11 or 12. He wants to know where you are now. I said I shall ask them.
Well, listen, I think that they're if they can figure some of these things out, and if they stay healthy, do I think that they're still potentially an 11-6 team? Yeah. Realistically,
can we revisit it after Saturday next week? We'll answer that question.
We do it every Wednesday, sir. So yes, we can.
Yeah. I'm saying 11-6, maybe even 10-7 at this point. People that say 12 wins, 13 wins are just they're just delusional, in my opinion. Just given, I don't know. I mean, listen, a lot of things have to happen in order for them to win 11 games. Okay?
Very good point, Billy.
A lot of things have to happen, and I mean, I don't know.
One game at a time, right?
Right. I mean, I just don't. This is. I'm telling you, this. My biggest thing is this offensive line. I'm really,
So we're going to watch the first series intently on Saturday.
I tell you, there's two guys that really I'm concerned about on this team, and that's obviously Broderick Jones, and the other guy is JPJ, man. I'm like
injured as well.
Yeah, like there's a lot of 18 penalties in 2 years, 2 interceptions. I mean, there's just a lot of most penalized
right there.
The most penalized defensive back in the league last year.
And the other
you don't think teams are going to key on that? You think when they're watching tape, what do you think they're going to do? hey guys,
attack that position over and over.
yeah, attack that position.
Go deep. Make sure you throw it because he's going to drag you down anyway, right?
He's handsy. He gets hands on you. You feel any tug of your jersey, you sell it.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I mean that's exactly what they're going to do.
They are.
You know, and they did that in college, for Christ's sake. You know, I mean, hey, he tugs you to the left. You move your entire body. When you feel that, you feel any type of, you sell it.
And that's not something you can coach out either.
No, absolutely not. So
it's going to be they made some additions that they didn't come in with youth. It's hard to get young quality players because they could get a second contract.
Well, and like just staying in division, that's my fear. I mean, the division got better. It didn't get worse. It got better. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the Cincinnati and Cleveland have. I agree with you. The Baltimore got better, but we'll see what those other two teams have.
Hey, listen. All it takes is, Lamar Jackson. I've said it in the past before. I've seen him take a lot of unnecessary hits. You know what? He goes down week 1. I mean, that changes the landscape.
Yeah, you guys say that, but they split with everybody last year. They were 3-3 in the division. They didn't dominate anybody. Should not have beaten Baltimore whatsoever. Baltimore left 8, 9, 10, 12 points.
But they continue to do it every year.
All I'm saying is if Lamar Jackson gets hurt week 1, that changes the landscape of the division. That's all I'm saying.
It does, but that's
is there parts of like am I having mic issues or something like that? Because I feel like I'm saying things.
It comes in like no, it doesn't. I just disagree with you because that happens to every team. You take Rodgers down. Rodgers goes down the first game. There goes the season. Burrow goes. I mean, it's every team will be the same way. You take one of the best players off the field, every team's going to have an issue.
Well, it's just. I'm not trying. That's all I'm saying, Ed.
Yeah,
I'm saying that
that could happen. You're right. Absolutely 100%. Yeah.
Okay, Lamar Jackson goes down week 1, is out for the season. Does that not change the landscape of the division? Yes or no?
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's the only point I'm trying to make.
Although, excuse me, I like Cooper Rush a lot. The Red Rocket will come in and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course it does. But that's like, I mean, Mahomes goes down. It changes the whole dimension of the AFC.
I'm not trying to come up with some new I'm making a statement that a starting quarterback goes down, it changes the landscape of a division. That's all I'm trying to say.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
If our starting quarterback goes down, I think we win one less game.
No, you don't.
That's what I think it is. That's what the odds are.
You win 5 less games. They just came out with the odds.
I think it's more than 1. I think I'm going 3 or 4.
Yeah, it is. Of course it is.
No.
They're not that good.
I think the young kid will ball out. Mason Rudolph. You'll see.
Mean, he's a capable backup, but I don't know.
He is capable, and that's all you got to be.
Yeah.
They don't have a team to have a capable quarterback. They need a dominating.
Then you got to coach the offense, and they'll change up the scheme and make sure that he can play.
You know what, Ed or Tracy, I would give you that with no limitations.
Any other team.
But the issue with that is the wide receiver room. If there was a solidified number 2, an Amari Cooper and a DK Metcalf, I would give you that with no limitations. But I don't give you that because he just doesn't have the skill positions. He just doesn't have the wideouts. There's a lot of things. I don't know. And even I'm concerned about that with Rodgers as well. And I tell you,
we're going to see a lot of checkdowns. A lot of checkdowns. It's going to be frustrating.
Well, I still go back to the line, though. I'm very concerned about this line.
If we can't run the ball, it's going to be only checkdowns. That's all we're going to watch all year.
Yeah, but if they go to check down Charlie's, I mean, what's the point of paying $135 million?
Should have kept paying Kenny Pickett, for crying out loud.
Exactly. He could do it very well.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, I would 100% believe in you that they would not miss a beat if they had a coach that was competent enough to coach the strengths of a player.
And a better wide receiver room.
Yeah, you could have kept Kenny Pickett. There's no doubt you could have. They just didn't coach his strengths. All they did was coach his weaknesses, and then they got surly and said, "Oh, he's terrible, bad attitude." Bad. I mean, it's the classic Steelers. What they do, they don't like a player. They can't admit that they were wrong about it, so they have to badmouth the player. And there's a whole list of them that they've done too. It's not just one. They badmouth the player. Player leaves. Player usually has success. He's got a ring. Think he cares what the Steelers say? He's got a freaking Super Bowl ring. Steelers don't have that. He's got as many as Mike friggin' Tomlin does. 1, right?
Philadelphia wasn't too interested in keeping him, Eddie.
But he has
There's a reason.
How many rings does TJ Watt have? 0.
I got it.
How many? Nobody on the team has a ring.
And I'm going to say it again. I don't think Cleveland's too interested in keeping him either.
Right. I agree.
I think he gets traded. I think he gets traded. I'm telling you, I think Kenny Pickett, mark my word, I think Kenny Pickett gets traded before the start of the regular season.
Or released.
Yeah, he's gonna get traded. He's not gonna be a Cleveland Brown.
Well,
no way.
That comes down to numbers, is what it is. Because if you have Joe Flacco as the starter, you have to have the 2 kids on the roster, because you put either one of them on the developmental squad, on the practice squad, they're going to be skipped up right away. It's a quarterback starved league. They're going to get a quarterback who has here flexibility and a low salary. And teams
he's at 3 teams in 3 years, and I think you're gonna see four here pretty soon.
I hope he does. I hope he gets another ring too, because that'll be one more than Tomlin. I mean, the guy easily could have coached his strengths easily.
I'm not arguing that, Ed. I'm not arguing that, but there's a lot of there's more to it than that. I mean, I don't think Kenny Pickett is.
I think he has a ring. I think he's elated to have a ring.
That doesn't matter. I mean, what does that matter? He was a backup. I mean, what really? Well, yeah, exactly. What's your point? What point are you trying to make?
What I'm trying to make is that if you coach the guy's strengths,
that's called luck. That's called luck. You landed on a team that went to the Super Bowl for crying out loud.
What did they do? They traded.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
Did they trade for him?
Oh, okay, and they got rid of his ass too. Okay,
yeah, and they traded him again. You know why?
Okay,
because they found other talent. I'm saying the Steelers suck at developing quarterbacks,
and I'm not arguing with you on that. So what are we arguing?
In our lifetime, they will never.
What are we arguing about? What are we arguing about? What are we arguing about?
More rings. He has more rings than the entire Steelers team.
I'll tell you what.
It's a fact.
I'm getting a little pissed off here. I really am. I'm getting a little.
So am I, because it's ridiculous. He has a ring. The Steelers don't. The guy doesn't suck. The Steelers don't know how to coach anybody. That's why if Rodgers goes down, you're going to win 2 games.
It's like every point I try to make tonight is things are getting read into it. Like I'm making some outlandish point all of a sudden. This
goes beyond your point. This goes beyond your point. This goes to the Steelers organization not able to coach players. Period.
Ed, I am not disagreeing with you at all. I am not They suck at developing players. They suck at developing quarterback. Probably one of the worst. What the fuck are we arguing about?
We're not arguing. We're discussing how bad they are. We're agreeing. Your point was something different. I totally agree with your point. Your point was if Lamar goes down, that changes the landscape of the NFL. And I agree with that. I'm just saying the Steelers have no excuse for having the situation they're in because they suck. They need to have somebody in there who's competent.
I agree with that. Players. You know what? That's why Aaron Rodgers is here, because they know they can't develop a quarterback.
Yeah, true.
I mean, yeah, of course. That's why you go to and you sign
or a cornerback.
Yeah. Well, they can't. I'm agreeing with you, Ed. I'm not arguing with you.
No,
but I mean, I'm telling you that I don't think Kenny Pickett's that good of a quarterback. I mean, you keep saying about ring. It was it's luck. It's luck that they traded for him, and he won a Super Bowl. I mean, he contributed nothing to the Eagles at all. Nothing. Okay. And I think he's going to be gone with the Browns, too. They don't see anything in him.
He has to be gone.
Yeah.
Because they'll scoop up those other 2 young quarterbacks. Plus, they got Snoop Huntley, who knows the offense better. But they're going to get rid. They have to protect those 2 young quarterbacks if they think they're worth a damn. Because somebody's going to just scoop them up right off that practice squad. There's no doubt about it. It happens all the time. But I think, honestly, the Steelers need to retool their organization and get somebody with talent in the coaching position. There's no salary cap on coaches, right? They can go out and get the best freaking person they want in the world. Why they don't do it, I don't know. That's why they're too frustrating to watch anymore.
Hey, you know what? I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not understanding what this animosity where this is.
No, it's no animosity. We have to discuss these things, and sometimes we get excited to discuss them. I mean, look at Trace. He's very excited.
Yes. Extremely excited. I'm all worked up over here.
I see you there, giggly bits.
All right. You guys are fighting like sisters.
We're not. We're discussing. You're allowed to discuss.
No, it's fantastic. You're arguing about nothing. There's no logic in what you're arguing about.
Yeah, there was no. I'm agreeing with you, and it's like we're like arguing.
We're back to it.
Still are. We're back to it. Okay, let's move on. NFL news.
NFL news.
All right. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Ashton Jenney are among the NFL rookies to watch this season. Totally agree. And I'm going to say this. Cam Ward is the real deal. I'm telling you right now. This kid is going to be – I think he's going to lead Tennessee to possibly winning that division this year.
I hope he does, Bill.
I tell you what.
I have a question.
Yeah. Shoot.
Travis Hunter, come on. Seriously?
Yeah, I know.
This is coming from – no, this is coming from –
it's just a headline. It's just a headline.
But this is coming from an NFL standpoint. Like, if you're the defensive coordinator, right? If he's ever on defense, what do you do with the guy that's guard? If you're man to man, you just run him to death, right?
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen any of the footage of him playing both sides? It's an opinion. Do you think he can be that good?
No, I don't.
I don't either, man.
I think it's just it comes down to I don't know.
And the thing is, anybody can be on both sides. That's not an issue. The issue is, can you be impactful on both sides?
That's
improbable.
I agree. I don't. What are they seeing that we're not seeing?
Right. I mean, exactly. I mean, it's okay. He's a jack of all trade, master of none. I mean, that's what I look at. I mean, it's kind of like Connor Hayward on this Steelers team. You know,
what wide receivers do they have in the South that will threaten him? I'm just trying to think.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
So you have Indianapolis. They have some good wideouts, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have some good. Yeah, I mean,
what about Houston? They have a couple good ones, right? Tank Dell.
Absolutely, yeah. Tank Dell. What's the other guy?
Michigan. What the heck's his name?
Oh,
the guy that tore up the. God, what's his name?
Yeah, I forget. It's escaping me right now.
And then Tennessee's got Calvin Ridley and a couple others, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Do you really think he's going to be? I mean, anybody can have the stamina to play both ways. That's not a big thing.
Highly unlikely, Eddie.
That's what I thought.
We're not talking about Sammy Baugh here. Back in the,
led the league in passing touchdowns, interceptions, and was the number one punter.
Right. I mean, this is a different time frame. Panthers cornerback J.C. Horn injured in car accident, missed joint practice with the Browns.
Huh.
So, Chargers bring back Keenan Allen after one season with the Bears. I tell you what, that's another team I think to look out for is Chargers. Are we talking about that?
Especially that signing. I totally agree with you.
I tell you what, that AFC West I think is going to be tough this year. I think it's really going to be tough this year. You got an improved Denver team. You've got an improved LA Chargers team. You still got the Chiefs. I don't know. The Raiders, I don't know. I mean,
do you think Gentry runs wild, Bill?
Possibly. The jury's still out on them. I don't know. I mean, listen, I think Pete Carroll's a great coach, but I mean, he was out of the game for a while. I mean, out of the head coach. Don't get me wrong. He still had dealings with in the front office with the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, I want to see what do you think the game's maybe passed Pete Carroll by? I don't know. Maybe
73 years old.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
How old was Marv Levy when he retired? 79.
We just turned 100. God, yeah, he was. I know he was up there.
He was up there.
If he just turned 100, then it can't.
Bill Parcells was how old when he was done?
Well, maybe he did because you take away 29 years, that puts us at 1996. Yeah, so he's probably 79.
Yeah, right.
I think the crown is still with LeBeau, right?
He just turned 100 during the Hall of Fame induction because they sung "Happy Birthday" to him. NFL, ESPN agree on sale of NFL Network.
I don't know what that means.
NFL Network.
It means ESPN is taking over the NFL Network.
Yeah,
but there's more involved. There's it's kind of
Red Zone as well. Red Zone as well. So that
awesome.
$2.7 billion, but it has to be approved.
Yeah,
it has to be approved.
Jameis Winston
listed. I haven't watched ESPN in years.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston listed second, Jackson Dart third on Giants depth chart.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was.
Yeah. Rams running back Kyron Williams agrees to 3-year, $33 million extension.
Billy, they don't have a quarterback right now. He can't play. because his back is so bad. He's getting epidural
No,
shots.
I know he's getting an epidural. I heard that. That's crazy. That's insane. I cannot believe that. That's not good.
No.
Not good at all. Stafford is he is what? What is he? 36? Going to be 37?
And their backup is Jimmy Porn,
Yeah.
who has an injury history.
Yeah.
They might be. I mean, I like that team, but if he's not healthy, they're done.
Right. NFL bans smelling salts, saying they can mask concussions.
You know what they did? Actually? Adam Schefter came out. So the NFL banned NFL teams from providing smelling salts. You can still go out and buy it on your own and do them.
Yeah.
But the team is not allowed to give it to you.
Right.
Which is kind of weird,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they kind of bring you back, right?
Yeah.
Well, you're still allowed to do it. From a brain standpoint, do you think it really masks it?
No.
Do you think ammonia masks that?
No, not really.
Trace, any thoughts on the brain?
It's not the ammonia. It's like when you're
you're
busy and you smell something, sometimes it brings you back or wakes you up.
Well, obviously, when you get knocked out, I mean, you don't want to use that because then if you have a neck injury, you're jerking your head, so you don't want to. So I remember, that was when I played. I remember that was a big thing, is, hey, somebody gets knocked out, they could have a neck injury, and now you're giving them smelling salts, and their initial when they wake up is to jerk their head. So, All right, let's
give it to that big guy in the movie.
Yeah. Right.
The guy who had bacon as a pet.
We're
Billy Bob,
Varsity Blues. Yeah, we're really behind schedule.
All right, hit it.
All right.
Girls are arguing.
Talk a little Pirates. I know. Let's talk a little Pirates. Trade deadline came and went. I don't know, guys. What'd you think? What'd you think? I mean,
I'm with you. They should have moved way more people.
Well, here, trade deadline was last Thursday, so we talked the day before. Here's what why did you keep Pham? Why did you keep Connor Falefa? These are rental players, and even
they did. I don't think they had any value, Billy.
Well, maybe. I mean, I tell you what, though, I don't know, Trace. Pham's been hitting the ball pretty well. Connor Falefa.
Yeah, but it's only been in July that he started hitting the ball. Before that, he was terrible. And Connor Falefa, he was hitting the ball really good, and in July, he got real terrible.
Well, here's the deal. Pham Heaney, Connor Falefa, those are rental players, okay? All on expiring contracts. These could have been traded. They could have been traded for prospects or other players that can contribute in the future. That's my point. I mean, I don't understand.
Great point.
Why
you're not going to get anything for them.
Yeah. Well.
But even if you get like a low A guy or low,
right,
something taken.
Yeah.
Go for youth, right?
Yeah. That's all they seem to get is low A guys.
Yeah, low A guys. They have a lot of Utes.
Yeah, even Santana. Santana's another guy that was on an expiring contract. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
he's had a low ERA.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have really capitalized on his value. I don't know. That's another missed opportunity. I think they're going to deal Keller in the offseason. I really do. I think they're going to deal him in the offseason.
I don't know why they didn't deal him for a bat.
You know what my theory is, guys? They're trying, and they're not doing a very good job of it. But I really think my theory, and I sat and thought about this the other night when I was working one of the games. I really believe that they want to try and win as much as they can from now until the end of the season. And I'll tell you why. Because I think Ben Cherington wants to be able to tell, Bob Nutting, like, see, look, it was the manager. We got rid of the manager. We got Donnie Kelly. Now, look, Don. I mean, let's face it. He's had a winning since he's taken over 75 games. I forget his record, but they said it the other night. He has a winning record right now. So I think that may give Cherington a little bit of cannon fodder to keep this guy. And say, see, look, it was the manager. Now, give me some guys to surround him with, and we can get this thing done. I mean, maybe it's crazy of me thinking, but
How does he go up there to that mic every year and just lie through his teeth? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that would weigh on you after a while.
Right? Wouldn't that weigh on you as a
It's
person?
the zeros after the damn commas, Eddie. That's how he does it.
Yeah, but the thing is, the question
True.
you said last week is the one I want to answer too. What was wrong with a packed stadium that he ran away from it?
Yeah,
because that's what they started selling players right after that, right?
Yeah, right. But I'm just going to say this: I was really shocked that they kept Pham, Heaney, and Connor Falefa, and even Santana. And here's what you did, essentially, by keeping those guys, especially the guys on expiring contracts. That means you lose them for nothing in free agency. You just forfeited any potential return on these guys. You just forfeited them.
What, is that not a good business deal? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not a good business deal at all.
You wouldn't sign up for that?
No, I would not.
Yeah, that's happened.
I mean, you missed an opportunity to bolster your farm system. You really have, and I don't know.
There's got to be a point where
should have had a better approach to that, in my opinion. So
somebody needs to just take that guy out and just be like, "You're done. Just sell the team."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't obviously you can't force the guy to sell the team. I mean, it's and unfortunately, when he kicks the bucket, I think his daughters are going to take it over. And boy,
wow.
Pirates, lost in the waning innings again, 4-2 today. I sat and watched it. I was out in right field watching the whole debacle transpire. But and then getting shellacked last night. I mean, God, Burrows. I mean, he just got literally shellacked. I mean, at one point in time they were up 4-0. He gave up 3 hits. 2 of them were homers. I mean, it was just But 8-1 loss last night. And then a 4-2 loss today. On to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's coming in. And I'm going to say this too, guys. Keep Brian Hayes. The guy was terrible. I mean, he was hitting 236 before they traded him. He had 2 homers. Watch him hit a plethora of homers here in the next few months, because we all know Great American Ballpark is a hitter's friendly ballpark. I mean, we know this, and I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something from the now until the end of the season? He hits 6-7 home runs.
Would you say I have a plethora of sweaters?
Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, how do you guys? I feel bad for you two that have to root for this fucking awful club. I mean, it's
boy. We got 2 F bombs dropped in this.
Oh, sorry, forgot.
Sorry, family.
That has to deal with this freaking team.
I apologize. How
is it I'm the one who's the clean one on this show? I don't understand this. This is upside down. Is this the backwards place or what?
I know. This
might be.
Up is down.
Down is up.
Yeah.
Superman is wearing black.
Yeah.
Cats and dogs living together.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Pandemonium.
Let's talk a little Penguins here. Mario Lemieux and Ron Burkle and has made a bid to rebuy the Penguins, and from what I understand, it's fallen pretty short of what FSG is willing to get rid of it for. Why the hell did you sell the team in the first place? I mean, maybe you should have vetted this group a little bit better. Like I did. I said it was a bad idea from the get-go. And everybody said, "Oh, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're dumb." Well, what do you say about it now? Tell me. Talk to me. So,
what is the estimated asking price? Does anybody know?
You know what?
A lot.
I don't know, but from what I understand, they were several million off. I don't know what the offer was, but it was several million off. You know what? I think they needed to bring in another partner. I mean,
well, wasn't it Burkle's idea to do it because he wanted the cash?
It was his idea, yeah, but I think it was Lemieux's I don't know. I just find it strange I don't know. in a weird way, I kind of feel like they're going to get this deal done. Like, I kind of feel like they're going to bring somebody else in. I even heard that Yager was interested in coming in on the deal and being part of ownership. I think you need to get a heavy hitter. You need to get somebody with a lot of money to really push this thing over the finish line. And I think you need to do it. I think they need to buy back.
Well, what's stopping Sid from investing?
That's another point. Yeah. He's going to be 38 tomorrow, too, by the way. So,
Okay, so
happy
Billy,
birthday, Sidney Crosby.
happy birthday, Sid. Here's what they offered. They offered $1 billion. Apparently, the club is worth $1.75 billion.
Yeah.
So if I were them,
that's not a few million. That's $750 million.
no, that's 75.
Well, from what I
I'm sorry.
understood, they were willing to go down to from what I understand, that they were willing to go to 1.5. They were willing to let it go for 1.5.
Why don't they go to Pittsburgh's own Mark Cuban? Get him to invest. I mean, that's pocket change to him. He's worth $8 billion.
Yeah, but he's a dumbass. I mean,
But if he's a minority owner for $100 million, what the heck does it matter?
True, but he's
Why
going
don't they go to Michael Keaton? See what's going on there. Batman can take
over. There you go. That's what I say. Get Jeff Goldblum involved too. There you go.
You got a good point. Go get some of these Hollywood actors who have Hollywood money. Get a couple of them together.
Yeah.
Come up with $75 million.
Yeah, you're a true Pittsburgh fan. Let's see it.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Help out 66.
Yeah.
But it's only, I mean, $75 million is not that massive of that's one investor.
Yeah. Well, no, I know. I mean, let's get it over the finish line, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
But that would be the head investor if they invest $75 million.
No, it wouldn't.
Who
minority owner?
So how much did Lemieux put? Less than 25?
What do you mean? How much did you put into the $1 billion? I don't know.
Like, I mean, if you get into that, you're going to end up taking most of the shares, man. Like, what am I missing? What are you telling me? Am I not hearing you right or what?
I don't think I'm hearing you right. So if I put in $75 million, I'm the majority owner of a $1.75 billion organization.
Boy,
never mind. You said 75.
75 million.
That's like the Green Bay.
And you definitely said a billion, didn't you?
Wait a second. I'm so confused. The club is worth $1.75 billion, right?
Right.
So Mario has come
but they only bid $1 billion.
Mario has come up with $1 billion. Isn't he the majority owner?
No.
Why?
He never was. The other guy was.
Oh, okay. So isn't Burkle the majority owner?
He was, yeah.
So he would still be because he had the most investment.
Correct.
Okay, so then they would just take on another minority owner.
Right.
Yeah.
So the next minority owner, would he have more than Lemieux too then, I bet? I don't think Mario invested that much.
I think Mario is probably worth.
He invested a. Yeah, he Mario's. So okay, let's break this down.
Let's break it down.
Do it, Billy.
Let's see what Burkle's worth. He's worth. I think he's worth some money.
Yeah, he definitely is worth some money.
Yeah.
You guys going to the Googles?
No, you just
Googles. Yeah, he's worth $3.5 billion. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what Mario's worth. I'm gonna guess, and I don't even have this in
150 million.
No, I think he's worth more than that. I'm gonna say Mario's worth
900 mil.
I say he's worth. I'm gonna say he's about 400 million. I'm gonna say Mario's net worth is about 400 million. All right, let's see.
300 million.
300 million. Okay. Okay, so I was.
So he would still be the top minority owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he's putting in,
yes,
he puts in
have some.
Yeah, he puts in 250 million of his own money. Burkle comes up with 750 million. You're at $1 billion. So you just need one other dude or dudette.
Yeah.
Who's the wealthiest person in Pittsburgh?
True.
No, who is? Yes, true.
False.
False.
I'm gonna go with false on that.
False. I don't even know who it is. What about the dude? What about the person that? What about that guy that was that's involved with the Steelers? He's what's his name? He's a billionaire who has a stake in the Steelers.
Oh,
He's-
yeah.
What's that dude's name?
God. You know what? This is the name game tonight. I mean, I'm
remember his
terrible
name.
with names.
Junkin Miller?
Mm,
Remember Junkin Miller was interested.
this guy's worth over $1 billion. He's media and something else. He's worth over $1 billion. I mean, there's plenty of people in this area that are worth money, right?
Right.
Look at 70.
It's true. Very true.
Because in the NFL, you're allowed 20 minority owners. I don't know about the NHL.
Yeah.
But it seems to me that there's plenty. If they allow 20 minority owners in Pittsburgh, I guarantee they can find 18 people who want to invest.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and you easily get to your 75 million if you want.
Sure. Yeah. All right, Pitt football. Hey, we are. What are we? We're like 20-something days away, guys.
From Duquesne.
Yeah. So full pads. They've been in full pads. Offense. Pat Narduzzi has noted significant jump in explosive plays during day 4 of camp. However, they had zero. There were zero explosive plays against the starting defense, so they had a little bit of trouble with that. The offense has had 0 turnovers as well, which has been a key area of emphasis for them. The defense, you got the linebacking core, or we know, you got the All-Americans Kyle Lewis and Rasheem Bowles. See what happens there. Position battles. There's been a couple spots on linebacker. Braylon Lovelace and Jeremiah Marcellin have been competing. Left tackle, you got a transfer offensive lineman, Jeff Percy and Kendall Stanley, that have been battling it out. And then defensive end, you got Jaden Moore and Blaine Spires competing for reps and potential starting job. Cornerback, Rashad Battle and Tamon Lynham are the likely starters, but Shadarian Harrison and Rashawn Murray are also competing. So,
all right, Billy, real quick again. Come on. Duquesne, they should win. Central Michigan, they should win. Did they beat WVU?
You know what? I don't know, man.
Okay, did they beat Louisville? No.
With Rich Rod, you're going down to WVU.
Yep, you're going 2.
And I mean, Rich Rod, I don't know. I'm going to say that's a loss.
Okay, so Louisville, you're not beating them. That's 2-2.
No, hell no. Miller Moss is going to carve them up like Thanksgiving turkey.
Boston College, you might because they have a new quarterback, so we'll give you that 3-2. Then you have Florida State 3-3. You have Syracuse at Syracuse 3-4.
Yeah.
NC State at home, what?
Yeah, I think they can win that.
Okay, 4-4. You go to Stanford.
I see them winning that too.
Okay, 5-4. Notre Dame.
No.
Georgia Tech.
They never play good down in Georgia Tech.
That's 5-6. And then the U.
Hell no.
So they're 5-7.
Carson Beck. Yeah, I know. There's no way.
5-7 sounds about right. And then the end of Narduzzi's reign.
Well, the thing is, they're not going to be bowl eligible.
No.
So what do you do? To Trace's point, what do you do with them? And who wants that job with very little?
Well, you know what this all comes down to, guys. You know what this all comes down to? Lack of funds, lack of NIL money. Period. Point blank. Don't care what anybody else says. Lack of funds, insufficient funds. That's what it comes down to. Okay, that's exactly what it comes down to. This team, you just don't have. Where the hell's the alumni? Ed.
Oh, I never would donate. Are you kidding me?
It's funny. At the arena, I work with a guy. I work with a guy who's he's a Pitt alum, and he's pretty high up in the arena as well. But he's like, I donate, and they just ask for more and more and more. He said, I've doubled my donation in the last few years, and I still, what's going on? I mean,
they don't have any wealthy alums. That's what the problem is. I mean, other than their multiple Hall of Fame players and multiple NFL players who clearly don't care, that's their only.
Well, yeah, that's clearly that they don't care. That's clear.
Yeah, they don't have any source of NIL. They don't have any CEOs that I know of that are Pitt grads, right? Those people are the ones who have money. So I mean, you have Hall of Famers and football players who clearly don't want to give back.
Right, and that's a shame. I don't know. I mean, at this day and age, man, you gotta have the money. If you don't have a program, unfortunately. That's how it is. All right, Riverhounds, big win against Rhode Island, 2-0.
It was a good game.
Very good game.
Very good game.
Looking good, looking better, looking like they might make a push for the playoffs now. And we don't have too much time left. You've only got the rest of August, September, and then a few regular season games in October, and you start the playoffs. So,
yep.
But looking ahead, you've got who they got coming in here?
Oh, Orange County.
Orange County. They got Orange County coming in on Saturday. So,
yeah, I take that back. I look. Pitt has the CEO of CVS Health as an alum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say there is some wealthy alums. I mean, I don't know. They're just not donating. I don't know. You know what? Maybe the university has rubbed them the wrong way with some of the things that they've done.
True.
They've done some questionable things. Let's just, So, what's up, Ralph?
Bro.
So, all right, gentlemen. Anything else we want to talk about? Anywhere? I think we're good.
We're good, man.
All right. I apologize out there, people listening. Our little animated thing, but hey, it gets spirited once in a while. There's nothing wrong with good spirited.
Do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, correct. We need to have a fight once in a while. We need to drop some F-bombs, and
we need to get the talent to get engaged.
Yeah. So, but all right. Well, like I said, we'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll have lots to talk about. Tune in tomorrow night. We've got Gridiron Weekly. You're going to want to catch that. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about on Gridiron Weekly.
Yeah.
Whole slate. So
See you later.
Tune in on that. And like I said, we'll be back next week, and we'll talk to you later.